Alright, there you guys again. Welcome to another one of my live videos. Today, as we always do on this channel, I'm going to update you on some more latest news. The breaking news is about Naby Keita, the current, I think, 21-year-old, as we've mentioned before, currently plays for Red Bulls. He got purchased off Red Bulls, I think it was around about a £12 million deal. Naby Keita is a player who is very dynamic, box-to-box player, very good at driving forward, good in the air, very tenacious, very competitive. He is a fantastic player, is Naby Keita. He's currently being Jurgen Klopp's main priority for the entirety of this summer. He's wanted to capture him and get him on the board. The German publication had reported before, and the current journalist had reported two previous bids had been rejected to get Naby Keita. Was it a 50 million or 66 million bids that had been rejected? They were looking more in the region with Red Bulls of about 70-80 million pound. Liverpool have now basically come up with a final offer of 74-75 million pound to capture Naby Keita. He's currently a player who's won a couple of honours. He's a player that scored 8 goals last season. He is a fantastic player. He's Naby Keita. He's good, he's strong, he's quick, he's good at driving forward. But including this deal, there could be a payment structure as well, including this deal. Also 40 million up front as well for this deal. I think the deal, it's been agreed in principle for the deal, but I don't think it's fully finalised as yet. I think he may be adamant that he does want to leave Red Bulls, does Keita. I'm not quite sure if Red Bulls personally want him to leave, if they want him to depart the club. Liverpool have basically now offered round the fee that Red Bulls did intend, basically that they wanted to get Naby Keita on the board. But they've had a couple of bids being rejected, but these could be 40 million up front. There's currently a release clause involved as well for this. He's currently a player that they only paid 12 point something million pound for, but it is Jurgen Klopp's main priority. Before, the reports were suggesting as a narrative, basically it was a fake narrative, that we could hijack Naby Keita from Liverpool. I thought it was a fake narrative. It was comparable to the Bakayoko situation when it said, well, main part of the report was about Lukaku, how he felt coming to Manchester United. And he was teasing a lot of fans, saying his location was Manchester and stuff like that. But now he is officially a Chelsea player. So there are two fake narratives that I can basically tell you on. But Jurgen Klopp is desperate to get that number 8. And he does participate, Naby Keita, in that number 8 position. And they have currently made another initial bid now. I think it will be accepted now. And yeah, I think there has been negotiations going on between the two clubs, but they have been struggling to agree a full-on fee. Liverpool have now prepared a third offer, which is 75 million pound for Naby Keita. So, anything else? What else did it say? He scored 8 goals last season in so many appearances. He's a dynamic box-to-box player. Yeah, so that's the latest news about that. Currently now, yeah, and Liverpool have also got Salah on the board. I think they paid £38 million for him. Benjamin Mendy now, the current Manchester City signer, is currently jetted off to at Los Angeles, I think, to complete his medical and agree the full personal terms. A deal it broke out yesterday, had been agreed for £52 million, which is a world record fee for a defender. He's now on the list with Kyle Walker and all the rest as one of the most world's expensive defenders. Monaco set the price tag out of £50 million. They wanted the same price as what Tottenham wanted for Kyle Walker. City had a couple of bids being rejected before. They've been struggling to agree a fee, but now it's come to a conclusion. City are prepared to pay that £52 million for Benjamin Mendy, someone who is tall, quick, strong, had a part to play in Monaco's success last season. Very good at driving forward, tenacious, good, strong, quick, and he's a fantastic signing for Manchester City. Chelsea had also made inquiries to get his signature on the board, but City have got him. Monaco did only pay, was it £11 million for him when they did purchase him. He's currently signed a 5-year contract. He has currently risen up the youth system. He's been at Marseille. In the past, he has made 100 appearances for Marseille. But it has come to a conclusion now that City have currently signed him. I think he's still not got to complete his medical. Agree the full personal terms because he's flying out now, and then he will be officially a Manchester City player. It doesn't really concern me much about Manchester City because I'm obviously a United fan. Them getting a lot of players in that they want, but it doesn't really matter, to be quite honest with you, because I'm a United fan. My more attention's on what Mourinho does, what Ed Woodward does. We're the team that's got the good history. We're a bigger club than Manchester City. We're the team that's, good history. We're the team that sells the most records, sells the most newspapers. So it draws more attention what's going on with Manchester United mostly, and we pull the most traffic in as well. So yeah, and it was also confirmed that Manchester City did capture the sign of Danilo today. £26.5 million. It was completed his medical, and it's very essential for Pep Guardiola. His main priority was that full-back position. He has strengthened that full-back position. Danilo, Real Madrid player, he's been at Santos in the past, he's been at a few other clubs. He's won mighty honours. He's a player that's very versatile. He's quick, he's strong, he's good in the air also. And he's very versatile. He can play on each flank. He can play in a defensive mid role as well, which is very, very essential. He has signed a 5-year contract with Manchester City. 26 point something million City have purchased him for. So City are standing firm. City have got the players now that they want on the board in that fullback position. They was gutted that they did miss out on Dani Alves. They'd agreed a deal in principle, but they did currently miss out on him. PSG captured him. But they've strengthened the fullback position. They still may need to address it in the midfield. They may still go for another midfielder, maybe in an attacking sense as well. But they've got a lot of quality now in their team, and I think they'll be favoured to win the league this season. So they have spent over 100 million on fullbacks. In total, they've spent over around about £200 million have Manchester City. Plus, they've got that Benfica goalkeeper in as well that they did capture. Bernardo Silva, who's another fantastic quality player for them. You know, they've got likes of David Silva, they've got Aguero, they've got Sterling in that team. So they have still got a very consistent team of Manchester City. But that was Pep Guardiola's main priority because they did lose the likes of Clichy, they did lose the likes of Zabaleta, they did lose the likes of Sagna. Not too sure what's going to be happening with Kolarov either. But I am starting to get a bit jealous now, and also with Kyle Walker, who's a fantastic player, presumably was the best player for England last season. And that fullback season is strong, he's tall, he's quick. He was fantastic with Danny Rose on the flank. He was fantastic with Tottenham, with him on the right flank, Danny Rose on the left flank. You know, very, very good. They've been in discussions for weeks, City and Tottenham, about getting a deal finalised for Kyle Walker. They was reluctant to sell him under £50 million. The initial bid City were going to pay was only the most 40, but they were basically forced to get Kyle Walker on the board for the £50 million. Is it £50 million plus add-ons as well? Have the add-ons been announced yet? That's for the performances and appearances as well. I don't think that's been fully announced yet. But Kyle Walker is a fantastic signing. He's now got his dynamic fullbacks as Pep Guardiola that he wants in the Manchester City team. And yeah, and I think they'll be catching a few other players as well. And disappointing, Jose Mourinho's quoted, in our perspective, we need another player or two at least on that board. With the Martial case, I would keep Martial in case maybe Lukaku gets injured. I'd keep Martial in case later, like Lukaku gets injured. This could be part to do with the Verratti deal, could be parts to do with the Perisic deal, but either way, I would still keep Martial because he's still only young. He will grow, he will develop into his game fantastically well. Failed to replicate that form, but he will grow fantastically well into his game, and I would still give him another chance at Manchester United. He's still a fantastic player. I'd keep him. I really would. I just don't think Mourinho will sanction Antonio Martial. What there? So keep Martial. The Perisic, well, we basically agreed with Perisic. We'd agreed with Perisic. but now it's coming to a halt. It's looking inflated at the moment. I'm still pretty confident we can get him, but Inter Milan are being stubborn. They want basically a lot of money for us to get Perisic on the board. We still may get him. We need them creative winners. We need that player that's going to feed balls into the box. Them creative winners, players that can drive forward, such as Perisic. Also got tremendous speed as well as Perisic. So I would still keep him. Renato Sanchez could still possibly happen. We've looked more in the region to him. Verratti, we could still get him, but PSG are claiming this could be part to do. They want Martial in return for us to get Verratti. Raiola currently represents him now. That could be a sign we could get the pursuit of him. The agreed fee was 60 million, but they're wanting Martial in return. I don't think we're gonna go along with that, so that could make a dramatic twist. But he's a player that's competitive, tenacious, good at driving forward, very creative, very precise on the ball. I'd love Verratti, I really would, but I just don't want Manchester United to get rid of Martial. Martial has been linked to a numerous number of clubs. He's been linked to Wolfsburg, Roma. He's been linked to Arsenal before till he poured cold water on speculation. He's been linked to Inter Milan. He's been linked to numerous teams, but I just can't see Manchester United getting rid of him. I'd be very disappointed if Manchester United did get rid of him, which I don't think they will. So yeah, Matic looks like that could happen. That may be announced fully tomorrow for Nemanja Matic. So yeah, anyway guys, that's basically everything to update you with today, as we always. The game is currently tonight against Real Madrid. It's going to be interesting to see how it plans out, what team Mourinho does put out. I think he will be rotating squad differently, as I said, and yeah, if I get time, we will do a match along, which I probably won't. So I'm just going to notify you guys about that now. So anyway, guys, I'm going now. So drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, and take it easy. I'll see you later. Bye.